Alright everybody, what's going on? We got NES tips again this week with a Capcom Classic series that only made it once to the NES, Strider. So let's get going. Once you transfer to Kazak, you can take a shortcut immediately to get to your destination a little quicker. Be careful not to fall on the spikes and work your way to the right. Remember that card key 3 door and pick up the file that falls. That's file number 1. Continue to work your way around until you get to this point. You can hold your cipher up to destroy enemies who fall through and find this commander. You'll level up and then you'll be able to get the next file. The door that's on your left has a giant magnetic wall inside of it, so you want to keep that in mind for later on when you find a certain pair of boots that will help you walk on those. For now, grab file number 2, work your way back and warp back up to your ship. Analyze both files. Now you will be able to go to Australia or Egypt. Right now, Australia is kind of under lock and key, so let's go to Egypt. There's a little mini-boss on the train going towards Egypt. Just ignore the bullets, take the damage, and hit it over and over. When you get to this point, go down the tube, jump over the spikes, and get up here. If you need more energy, you can destroy these guys and get pills. You can do run jumps off of hills, which will make you jump farther. Now here's something new, wall jumps. It's really hard to do in this game. You got to be really precise with when you press over. When you get to this point, run and jump over the spikes. When you jump, or fall rather, down here, you're going to find some aqua boots. Now you can find the area that looks like this and work your way to the right. You'll find a shark also. Just get up to him, beat him. He's not that tough. Now you're going to get to another wall jump that you got to do more than one on. This is really tricky.
We can't do it!
Hey, keep your game face on. Just make sure that you jump in the opposite direction right when you're next to the wall. Pick up the key number 2 and head back out. Go all the way to the beginning, warp out, and go back to Kazak. Instead of going where the commander was, head up here and find where there's a key door 2. Go inside there, jump behind this motorcycle guy and hit him to get rid of him. And then you'll find the next file, file number 3. Grab that, analyze it, and go to Japan, where you'll fight a samurai. And not only that, you'll get your plasma beam, and you'll also get the next file. That's right, file number 4. But that's about all you're going to find here in Japan, so go ahead and head back and be ready for a surprise. Once you analyze, go to China. Remember this door down here. It's locked right now, but you're going to need to know it here when you come back to China. Yes, you're going to have to make 2 trips. Oh, by the way, you can also find hidden items in this game by hitting just spots in the air. Certain spots, of course, it's not just random. Make sure to find your next set of boots, which is your magnet boots. You've been looking for those. Talk to this guy to get a clue on where to find the next key. Kazak, eh? Remember the magnet wall we mentioned? That's right. You can go up and attack on these magnet walls. But one thing you can't do is jump, or else you'll fall right off. Once you get up there, grab your key and work your way back out of here. Go back to China and into that door that we saw that was locked. Watch out for these spikes. You gotta duck, let him go. Duck, let him go. When you encounter the knife guy, you can jump, make him jump, and then get on the other side and hit him. Repeat this over and over until he's gone. When you get to this point, fall down here, but don't get hurt, to find what Ryuzaki was talking about, the attack boots. Those are awesome. Now you can slide and damage enemies with your feet. Work your way back to where you came from and go across the platforms. When you get to this point, take a nice long jump over to the left. Don't be scared. You'll eventually get to the tree boss. There's quite a few of these. You gotta destroy the box and then jump and hit the guy in the face. We love hitting him in the face. After that, you'll obtain the key number 3, which, remember that from Kazak? Locked door. Now we can go that way as well. Follow the path on around, and if you get to some spikes, just stop, get as close as you can, jump straight up and over to get by them with ease. Also look for a hidden room with hidden items. Those always help you. Now when you get to the Zane, do the exact same thing as last time. The box is a little bit faster, but that's no big deal. This guy's a piece of cake. After you get this file number 5, you can analyze it and go to Africa. When you get to the crocs at the beginning, let them go down first, or else they'll get you. Go into the rooftops of the trees and stay in them to avoid spikes and get through it with much ease. When you see a platform that's going to fall, let it do so a little bit, then jump. We want to stay in the air most of the time in Africa. You'll do a lot of backtracking if you don't. Let your feet fall flat onto a platform before doing anything else, or else you might disorient yourself and fall. Make sure to keep going and stay on the platforms in the air. Now here's something I haven't mentioned yet. You can actually stand underneath these zane trees, hold your cipher straight up, and just stab them. That makes it a lot easier. So you might want to go ahead and just use that method every time. After you grab file number 6, you can go ahead and go to Los Angeles. When you get there, you'll get more of those spikes that come by you, and then you'll be able to make a decision on which pipe you want to go down. You'll have to find some spikes, which you'll jump over, and get a guy that thinks you can't break his glass. Just break it with your weapon, easy as pie. You get your 5th key, and now you can go to Australia. Now you can usually do this jump normally, but to be safe, if you want, you can go ahead and use the jump special that you obtained earlier in the game. You'll come across a pipe that will take you all the way back to Africa, and you'll meet Ryuzaki. Now if you choose to go the wrong direction between up and down, you're going to end up in a place in Africa you've already been. But if you take the right way, you can find the Zane and destroy it like the others. You've now opened up the last level in the game, the Red Dragon. Go past any enemies that you can avoid that do considerable damage, and when you encounter a purple ninja that likes to spin around like a top, hit him when he's in the air. That's the only time you can damage him. Jump, hit him, and dodge the rest of the time. You'll come across a door that's locked, and you have to take 2 paths to destroy 2 machines. Take one path that leads you across the top of some pipes that are only one direction, and then destroy that machine. Then you can take another path to the next machine, which takes you down into the Red Dragon, and you'll come across a place with a spiked floor. Now if you're careful and go on the ledges properly, you'll find a cipher floating around. That cipher is marking where it's safe to fall. Once you go down there, you'll be faced with another samurai to fight. But no, it's not the last one.
Stop it! You're talking crazy!
You'll have to fight another shark as well, and traverse a magnetic wall with enemies on it before you can get to the next machine to destroy. Destroy it with your cipher, and find your way back to the door that was locked prior to. Now you'll be able to go through it with no problems at all. You have to fight another guy with the big dagger that he sticks at you, to destroy him the same way as before. And after that, you got another purple ninja that's going to spin around like Top Man from Mega Man 3. Then, you get to fight Tom Cruise. Yes, it's the last samurai of the game. It's a little corny, huh? Sorry about that. Anyway, don't be afraid to use your medical here. This is the very end of the game, and you're about to fight the next to last boss. Once you get to him, the first thing you want to do is immediately run over to the far right and start doing your plasma power-up. Fire at him to knock his cipher out of his hand, and immediately follow up with another blast. The only time you can hurt him is when his cipher is out of his hand, so you gotta make sure to power up quick enough to get a shot off. You won't get a full power-up. Repeat this over and over until you have him defeated, and you'll get to the very last Zane. Defeat him the exact same way as you have all the others. No problem, right? Stab upwards. After that, you'll see the end of the game. And that's all for NES tips this week. There are other things that you get throughout the game in your level up that you can try using on your select screen. Try using those to see if you can get through any other parts easier.